That's what we're gonna do.
That's not funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
60% of the time, it works. Every time. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. Be careful, man. There's a beverage here.
I'm ready to
Teeth thing? What are you doing the teeth thing for? Not vampire. What are you doing? Hey everyone, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I am your host, Dano Holzmer. With me as always is Brandon Rich. Why are you doing the cat vampire noises?
Because that's what they do on What We Do in the Shadows, and I just binge watched all 2 seasons.
It's a pretty
of
good
Hulu.
show. It's pretty funny. It's pretty
And
ridiculous.
that's what they do when they fight.
I love when they fly up and like they bump chests. But today on this episode, we are doing our shark episode. We're talking about our favorite terrors in the deep. The fin that shows every shark coming, which is a little cool, kind of not good for the shark. I don't know why they have a dorsal fin.
I'm not a shark expert.
I am.
Well, then why don't you know this?
I'll answer later. I'm letting people ask questions and comments. Keep those questions and comments coming throughout the entire podcast, guys. We're going to be talking about our favorite. We also have a poll going on right now, which is...
What is your favorite shark movie? We did not add Jaws on there. Just
No.
Disclaimer, we
No.
know it'll win.
Yeah.
So we kept it off.
You
Keep
don't
things
get
interesting.
you don't get the easy option.
It's already an all-time great movie. We're not going to put it against these ones.
I mean, I watched Jaws now. Still holds up pretty well.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Not bad.
But what we have on the list is The Meg. My God. It's a megalodon. The Shallows.
The Shallows, Blake Lively, yeah.
Yep, 47 meters down.
Mandy Moore, going to Mexico, mistake.
Yeah. Deep Blue Sea.
Dude, who's not in Deep Blue Sea? LL Cool J's in it, I'll tell you that much.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Dude, I think it's LL's best role, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I can't name another movie off the top of my head. That he's in.
SWAT? Rollerball?
All right.
Come on.
You're ruining his cred now.
His credit's not that good to start with.
I like SWAT, but Rollerball? Was it that TV show he's in? Hawaii Five-O?
Yeah. Very.
Oh, probably lots of sharks in that one.
Yeah, good tie-in. So we're doing our shark episode. This episode is brought to you by AEE.com, like all of our past episodes, alleverythingentertainment.com. Check it out for all the news in sports, entertainment, random fun articles, and other stuff.
Other stuff.
Tell them about what we're drinking today and what's inside of this delicious blue concoction right here.
All right, I'm going to have Danny demonstrate, but this is called Blood in the Water. It looks blue because I added rum, coconut rum, and blue curacao. It's Sprite.
Is that it? Oh, man.
And then we have a shot of red liquid. You can use whatever. We're using raspberry drink mix stuff.
Can you give me some dum-dums? Dum-dums.
Oh, da-dum, 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 da-dum.
Don't close down the beach. This city needs money.
So, yeah, experimenting right here.
Ah, it looks so good on camera.
It does look pretty cool. I did good. We'll taste it. I haven't tasted it yet.
Love it.
I usually do great at making the drinks.
Our mixologist, Brandon. It's a fun drink to have. We're doing our shark episode to kind of kick off our nice weather we're starting to get over here. It was 100 degrees here on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday, then it spent the rest of the weekend raining.
Straight storms earlier today. Thunder and lightning.
I was like, great, we did a shark episode because it was sunny, and now it's raining.
I don't mind if it's a
Non-stop.
storm as long as it's not a sharknado.
Oh! Is that our thing this episode? Vampire hisses?
Yeah, we're going to do some vampire hisses on this one.
It's because I look like a damn vampire.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Looks like a huge gap.
Vampires don't have that.
A shark could fit through that, though.
Not a megalodon. Yeah, make sure you guys check out the poll. Give us some answers. We had to take Jaws out. Jaws is such an iconic movie. But I want to get into some of these shark movies. There's Shark Week, you know. There's even Shark Tank, which is super popular. People love sharks.
Yeah, it's not about sharks, just so you know.
What's that?
Shark Tank.
What's it about?
Rich people wanting to buy things.
Get more money from poor people?
Yep. It was disappointing the first time I watched it. I thought I was going to watch some Shark Week stuff, but nope. Just watching Mark Cuban haggle with people.
I made this business from the ground up, but I don't have $1 billion. I'll buy 90% of it for $200,000. or you'll be bankrupt. Thanks for
I'll
all the
give you
more
everything
money.
in my pocket right now, and it includes a paperclip.
Eat at the paperclip. I think for me, I love shark movies. I think it is the quintessential keeping people out of the ocean movies. I think they're awesome. And I feel like they release a shark movie like every 10 years to keep people out of the ocean.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, Sharknado, they did 6.
6 Sharknadoes.
6.
Oh my god.
If you count that as a movie, I guess.
I watched Sharknado, by the way. Man, is it great. There's not a flaw in that. There's definitely not filming it on sunny, dry days for a lot of that movie where there's a storm.
They definitely didn't steal news clips.
Oh, Tara Reid. Not only that, they show the same scenes. They'll show like a group of like 6 different sharks swimming together, and they show that scene I think 3 times in the movie.
They show a shark eating like just a little fish randomly, about 3-4 times.
Yeah, they throw a fish in the water to see a shark jump up and swim and attack it.
They stole a bunch of stuff from Shark Week and put it in their movie. That's what they did.
It's not a bad move. Yeah, Sharknado's hard to watch. It's very funny. The Barstool guy, we do a game called Kill Shots where you watch a very cheesy like slasher movie and you bet on who's going to die next, and if you're right, the other person has to drink a shot. Those movies are perfect for this. Don't watch them for the story.
So you guys choose someone who dies.
Yep.
And then when they die, you drink the shot. If they die first, your person.
Yeah.
But what if they come back?
Then it's a punishment shot. You have to the guy who said it, who won, has to re-drink it, which happens.
So if I picked the main character, whose name is Finn.
Man, well, great writing.
Great. And he jumps into a shark's mouth. Bah, God, I gotta take my shot. But then he chainsaws his way out of the shark.
Ugh.
That means the loser's good.
This is
and then
real.
he saves a girl as well.
Oh, yeah, she was also in the stomach, just camping. Right? What is that, a tauntaun? What the fuck you doing there? God, that was so funny.
Apparently, sharks don't chew their food that well.
Yeah.
Although I've seen them bite arms off and stuff. They went in fine.
All those teeth are for looks. Terry Reid's in that movie, and before they got her, they wanted Terry Hatcher to play the part, Rebecca Romaine, and Tiffany Amber Thiessen, which I think this would be a perfect role for her. But I was like, you're going to come after Mystique and Terry Hatcher? They had successful shows in the last 20 years.
I mean, so did Tara Reid.
What?
American Pie?
Barely. I mean...
It's barely successful, or?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's successful, but I mean, was she... I mean, she has a lot to fall
She's
back on.
not the main character, no.
Yeah.
She did that one movie as well that we want to talk about.
Big Lebowski.
Oh, yeah. There you go, see? Boom. Boom.
That's as much screen time as she should get on Big Lebowski. As much as her speaking as it is her toe that's still there.
She is in that movie too much, Sharknado. But they all are. That movie went too long. It was over 20 minutes.
Ugh.
That's when I started to force myself to watch.
I mean, started with Phenomenon. I still see people in Sharknado costumes, which is just like, they have this, and they have whirl around clouds on their chest, and with like wire, and they have sharks all around them. It's hilarious. I can't believe it's such like a cult classic.
Me either. You know what else I can't believe?
Go on.
That on Flickster it got 78%.
No fucking way.
It absolutely did. That's not a lie.
That is so upsetting to people that work hard on films for this hunk of garbage. There's scenes where a building is destroyed by a storm, and on either side of it, the other buildings are fine. Like God hated just his shack.
They just hated Finn. Fuck Finn.
And Semper Fi, everybody. Ugh, this guy. I get it.
Yeah, do you know that Jaws 2 wasn't even rated that high?
That's unfair.
The Meg, Deep Blue Sea wasn't rated that high?
I love Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is one of those ones I grew up on. That's probably my shark movie that I fucking watched 35 times.
Yeah, I used to love that movie as a kid. But it was sharks eating people. I'll do anything for sharks when I was a kid.
Dude, sharks. Plus, you kind of root for the sharks in that a little bit. They experiment on their brains. They made them super smart. Good call. All right. I'm going to name some shark facts here. Do you know that sharks don't have bones? They only have cartilage?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know that sharks can't swim backwards?
I did. And I don't remember what shark shitty movie I was watching. I think it was Shark Night.
Ooh.
They swim backwards.
Does he have armor on?
No, it would have made the movie a lot better. Tell you what, that movie was trash. That movie got rated perfectly at 19%. At one point, a stunt double jumps into the water. You see the wig fly off. They don't even take it out. They don't take it out.
Ah, that's funny.
I had to rewind it. I was like, no fucking way. Was that his wig?
Look out, man! Someone's throwing spaghetti at you. That's funny.
Yeah, I was surprised, but it made me laugh. Just like Sharknado.
I was gonna say, I mean, there's so much you're watching. Like they're timing the waves so it doesn't kill them, but all the water just disappears. They're on a road. You're like,
Obviously, man, storm drains.
they had a CG in trees.
They could run 4 trees. Their budget was spent on stealing other clips from other things, so they could.
They
put in
did
their
do
movie.
that a lot. That's true. It looked like a clip show, but they made 5 more, so it must be really good.
Yeah.
Sharktopus.
I watched none of them after the first one. I'm not going to watch any of them. The first one was enough for me.
If you want to watch more movies like that, you can go to Sharktopus. Sharktopus versus Mega Piranha. I mean, there's a lot of classics out there. My favorite is when like it jumps up and eats a plane. I was like, why would it even care if a plane was nearby?
Fuck planes, man.
Well, that's true. We had to get that kind of bad taste out of our mouths with Sharknado, but I want to talk about what is the shark movie that you grew up on. I mean, did sharks scare you as a kid? Are you scared to go surfing now because of sharks?
Well, first of all, I don't know how to surf. I've
Okay.
lived in Utah my whole life.
Swimming?
What about swimming?
Hot tubbing?
I don't like hot tubbing.
There's hot tub sharks.
I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jaws and Deep Blue Sea, kind of what I grew up watching.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Those are great.
I mean, Deep Blue Sea came out, I think, 99?
Yeah, 99, I think you're right.
I think I am too.
It's got Michael Rappaport, who I love, who's on internet famous right now for going with the crazy cat with the big eyes. Grandma! It looks like fucking Grandma, that thing over here!
He also does a lot of stuff on ESPN.
I mean, he's a great actor. He's been in a lot of stuff.
I know he's not great, but
He's great.
an actor.
I love that guy.
He's definitely
He has a series that he does where he just bashes people online that talk shit about him until they quit their social media. Like, he just bashes them so badly until they quit it.
I wish I was that famous.
One day, you'll be famous for falling down an escalator.
Oh, I wish.
Deep Blue Sea also has Samuel L. Jackson in one of the most famous death scenes ever. Still talked about, still amazing. That's like the part I look forward to while watching that movie. I love seeing him do his speech about him being in the avalanche and how you have to bind together as a team. I'm going to tell you something I haven't told anybody since the accident. There was 10 people that survived the avalanche, but only 3 of us made it out because we turned on each other.
I think it was 7 made it out. They ate 3 of them.
They ate 3?
Oh, yeah.
Well, who's the real shark, Samuel?
And then, yeah, the shark that was unconscious takes them. I think it just jumps out of the water and takes them.
Yeah, because it's later on. It's not when
Yeah.
they're doing the experiment. It's just like
Yeah.
right before that, Thomas Jane, who plays the Shark Wrangler, I believe is the title.
Who is the Punisher?
Punisher. He goes, I wouldn't stand so close to that edge if I was you. Just a suggestion. And he goes like, listen to me, everyone. And he starts his speech. And then he gets eaten right from that spot he told him not to be by. Ah, it was so fucking good. I love that.
LL Cool J has the bird, the parrot.
He plays Preacher, the chef, which he was down to do. I looked him up.
Well, yeah, obviously. Why wouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, he was all the stunts, never complained. He got into a robotic shark's mouth, which, by the way, I mean, that's got to be so terrifying.
Why?
Because if it malfunctions or something, it bites you in half. No
You gotta
fear?
do what you gotta do.
My.
You gotta make that money. You gotta make his mark on the acting.
That part was originally written for Samuel L. Jackson, but Samuel L. Jackson didn't want that role because it was too kind of small time for him. So they wrote a bigger role for him where he got to be like, he's like, well, what's my character? Like, you're the richest man on the planet, and you have an epic death scene they'll be talking about for years. And he's like, I'm in.
Dude loves to die.
He does. He's a fan. He said that's his favorite scene of him being killed, which is a lot of movies. He's been in like 95
He's
movies.
never died in any movie.
No.
Never.
No. Not every movie I can think of right now.
Yeah, I like that movie. I mean, for the most part, I think it still holds up.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's some cornball parts in it.
Sure.
I can't stand watching old movies and seeing their technology.
Yeah, some parts are hard.
That bugs me. Just like Jaws, the technology in the hair doesn't stand up at the time.
Well, you know what's funny is at the time that was state of the art stuff to have that
I'm
shark.
aware.
But this is why Spielberg's a great director.
He's all right.
You don't see the shark till like the last quarter of the movie.
That's when you see it out of the water.
Yeah, you get to see it start moving, but like you'll see it underwater barely, or you'll see its fin, and then you'll see people get dragged under.
Yeah, I love Jaws. That was a great movie.
Well, we're on Deep Blue Sea still because I want to talk more about it because I love Deep Blue Sea.
I don't know if I love.
I love it.
I just watched this.
It's a guilty pleasure. It's for me. It's not a great movie, but I'll watch it.
Okay, all right. As long as you're admitting it's not a great movie.
Yeah, it's not a great. It's a wonderful. No, I like that she's trying to fix Alzheimer's from like chemicals in a shark's brain, and like they mentioned on the commentary for this movie that none of that's real. Like that's not a real thing. Sharks do get cancer, even though they say they don't have cancer, but they're trying to like make it sound cooler. And she's like, well, I gave him a bigger, smarter brains so that I could do more of this serum and find it out and get a better whatever it is to help fight Alzheimer's. I love it. Makes the shark super smart. They're evil. They're mean. I was like, this is great. The writer of it said that when he was a kid, he saw. I was giving you time for a retort.
Oh, I was drinking and you saw that.
My bad.
And then you waited till I was done drinking and then started talking.
I'm trying to shame you. That's what I'm trying to do.
For drinking?
Yeah.
That's why we made this podcast. You can't shame me for loving alcohol.
Well, you can.
I love it!
The writer of it said when he was a kid, he saw a body washed up from a shark attack that washed on the beach. Huh?
Who hasn't?
I guess you, because you're not near an ocean, you said?
Oh, I have.
Do you go looking for him? Did you put the body there?
Yeah, I'm the shark.
The shark's here. He said it traumatized him as a kid, and he would have nightmares about being in an underwater facility, like a long tube with sharks all around him, that could read his mind and knew what he was trying to do to escape. So that like morphed into the screenplay.
Did you watch any of the sequels?
Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
I didn't know there were sequels.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
What?
Yeah. The 3rd one came out this year.
Wow, I assume it's great. Is it all about Preacher? Because I would watch everything LL Cool J did.
Nobody came back for the sequels.
They
just rehashed it.
I want to know how you finish the recipe for the perfect omelet. You never finished it.
Oh, I've watched Gordon Ramsay do the perfect omelet.
Yeah, what's that guy know? He's British.
Yeah.
They don't do good food.
It's like a 30-minute omelet right there. I'm good.
30 minutes?
It takes him way too long to make an omelet because he has to make it perfect. I'm like, mine's just fine for me to eat for breakfast.
Drop it on the floor? No, it might taste a little better.
You put it on the back of the stove. You heat off the germs. You cook off the germs. Obviously, you've never dropped food before.
Obviously, I have. Today.
You look like you have.
Okay.
You got any more? I don't want to cut you off on your Deep Blue Sea.
I love Deep Blue Sea. I can talk about it all day. Thomas J. Marine Sharks pulling a license plate out of the teeth, which, by the way, is the same license plate you find in Jaws. It's the same numbers, same state,
There's
everything.
so many shark movies out there that have a homage to Jaws.
How could you not?
You have to. It is the quintessential.
Quint?
Jaws
You know what? I'm
movie.
going to take a shot to that Quint joke from Jaws. That's solid wordplay, my friend.
Thank you. Yes. That was a guy's name in Jaws.
We are shooting Sailor Jerry's, mostly because Sailor's in the name.
I don't want scurvy.
That won't help you. That won't help you with...
Why?
You know, I don't know why. I know you have to eat lemons.
I don't eat lemons.
You're going to get scurvied. All right, so I liked Deep Blue Sea. I thought it was a very good bad movie. I liked it as like,
It's a good bad movie.
You know what I mean?
Not very good.
Like, he's like, they've been herding us up to the surface so they could break out of the fence. And I was like, you sure? You seem very sure about
I
what
do
the
think
shark's
that's weird.
doing.
They don't need you to be on the surface.
Yeah, I mean, I bet
They could just fly or swim up there.
I bet they figure out a way.
Yeah, I don't know.
They changed the ending of that movie. Did you know what the original ending was?
Oh no, please enlighten us.
So the girl kind of had redemption. The girl who's played by, she has a cool name. Saffron Burrows is the girl, the British evil scientist.
Ooh,
Stellan Skarsgård is also in this. He's you've seen him in everything.
Yeah, everything.
If you guys don't know Good Will Hunting, he kind of plays the doctor that wants Will to focus on math against Robin Williams.
He's also in the Avengers.
He's in a billion movies. Not as many as Samuel L. But in the original ending, she lives. She jumps in, she distracts the shark. The shark comes back, she shoots it, blows the shark up, he does, and it all works out great. And the audiences fucking hated it.
Yeah, no one likes her.
Yeah, they're like, dude, she needs to die. So they did
She had to go back for her floppy disk.
That's true. I forgot. I love seeing the technology and stuff.
I need my floppy.
I'm gonna shock this shark. Whatever, just to get them in their underwear. You know what I mean? You notice LL Cool J didn't have to, which is too bad. I wouldn't mind that. Dude's cut. But yeah, in the original episode, the original ending is she lived. The shark got killed, and they all laugh, and they kind of. But they changed it. Like 2 weeks before it ended, they did a reshoot of her dying because the audience wanted her dead to have a good ending, and then they showed it, and then everybody cheered, and they're like, "Okay, so we have to have her die." And I was like, yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah. I know there's a little love story going on there.
Yeah.
Is there, though? Like, she loves smart sharks more.
yeah, don't know.
Speaking of smart sharks,
Go on.
let's talk about street sharks.
Jossum. Man, I had little action figure street sharks when I was a
too.
kid.
I did too.
I mean, this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoff.
Whoa!
For
They're
sure.
street sharks, bro.
For sure.
Fucking rip.
Slamoo.
I loved that show growing up.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's so funny.
Still do. It was on something and I had watched half a minute of it.
All right, what's the next one we want to bring up? Deep Blue Sea, not your favorite. For me, it's probably my favorite. I watched it 100 times.
Are we going with my favorite?
Hit it. I'm in.
Other than Jaws.
Okay.
The Shallows with Blake Lively.
Ooh, such a good movie. If you guys haven't seen The Shallows, definitely check it out. You need to check that movie out.
It's about a surfer who finds an island her mom took her to as a kid. It's a secret island. And she goes surfing, gets attacked by a shark.
Well, that's pretty. Okay, you can't.
That's
this-
it.
No,
And
no,
then
no.
tries to survive.
This show is done well in the timing of it. It begins with a kid seeing a camera washed up on shore. He starts going through it and he sees a guy surfing, and then he watches it, and the shark comes and kills him. And that's all you see. Then you see Blake Lively going up to her secret surf spot.
Which I mentioned. So
So her mom just
great.
died, so she's going back to see her spot where her mom was.
Her mom didn't just die. She was dead for a year.
She died the scene before.
She was attacked by a shark.
From Sharknado. So she goes there, she starts surfing these other guys, and there's a killer shark that she sees a dead, washed up whale. She uses that. She goes up. A shark starts attacking her. She swims to the whale for safety. Now she's kind of stranded there. Her surfboard's just kind of gone. God damn, this shark hates people. It hates
does.
people.
They based it on a female great white. You can tell because it's covered in scars. And apparently male sharks are dicks when it comes to sex. And they somehow just bite up the female shark and scar them.
Who hasn't bitten someone during, that
I've never
special
scarred
time?
a woman. Physically.
Not during sex. Just emotional scars?
Just emotional. It's usually when I dig off my clothes.
I love the shark in this one so much. It is heartless and it is relenting. It's unrelenting. She hides on like rocks and she knows when the tide's gonna come in and she can't leave.
She hides on the whale, then she swims to a rock, she barely makes it.
Yeah.
Then she's just chilling there with a seagull called Steven Seagull.
Great joke.
It is really great.
Ryan Reynolds, you picked a good wife. That's a solid joke. And she made that joke up herself and they used it in the movie. That was her idea.
Well, Ryan Reynolds did the movie Buried.
Okay.
The reason she took this role is because of that movie.
What does that mean?
Ryan Reynolds told her that he had so much fun doing that movie. It was very fulfilling. So she took this movie because it was very similar to Buried.
Okay.
Except better. I've seen Buried.
It's a little rough.
She loved it. She loved making this movie.
It was awesome. She did a great job. She did most of her own stunts in this. The seagull that she had, Steven Seagull, was named Sully. It is like the Wilson volleyball in Castaway. It is very much to keep her sane when she's by herself. It distracts the shark for a second while
She also saves the bird.
she saves the bird. She pops his wing back into place.
Bone dislocated wing. Not only is she where she was going to school to become a doctor, she's a bird doctor now.
That's right, a birdologist.
Boom.
Way to go.
And then she swims to a buoy. Shark
Yep.
attacks the shit out of this buoy.
Wait, hold on. Before that, she realizes she can't stay there. She gets the camera. She says a little goodbye to her dad, her sister. And before she leaves, this is the part that made me like the character so much. She took a broken piece of surfboard, made a little boat, put the bird on it because his wing was broken. She's like, I'm not leaving this bird to die. I was like, there's a hero.
So then I thought for sure the shark was going to come up and eat that goddamn bird.
I was worried.
I thought for sure that was going to happen.
I was like, this shark just going to kill everything that this woman
Yes.
wants for help.
3 deaths in that movie. That's it. A dude who robs her.
Oh, that was funny.
And then the 2 surfer pals who come back.
Yeah, and they're like, there's no
to catch a
sharks
wave,
here. There's
brah.
none.
So she swims to a buoy. The shark attacks shit on the buoy. At one point, she's swimming, and you see her hit her face on the buoy. Well, that's real. She actually hit her face, busted up her nose, and is bleeding. That's real blood. It's like some Django Unchained shit.
Man, what a killer. What a soldier.
You were about to say attaboy.
I was. You know what? That's sexist. But, I mean, attaboy, Blake Lively.
But yeah, and that's the cut that made it into the the final movie. I thought that was fun. Fun, cool. I would have cried.
Dude, smashing. I mean, just having your nose smashed and having blood come out like from a basketball, your eyes tear.
Just plucking a nose hair makes me cry.
That's true.
I'm not the manliest man.
I wouldn't know. I have him waxed for this podcast. That's what I'm going to leaving us.
And he did great. Man.
Thank you, Marcus. Shallows for me was the shark movie that kind of brought me back to shark movies. We really had a good one that seemed real for a long time.
It's definitely the best one since Jaws, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's high praise. I also really enjoyed rewatching it because you kind of get more of a backstory to this shark. When she sees the camera and she sees there's a hook in his mouth, you're like, and she's like, oh, someone almost got you, didn't they? And then it kind of like clicks in your head, oh, that's why this shark is killing every human it sees. It was almost killed by humans. Because I was like, dude, shark should be full by now. He's eating like 3 people. But no, he's not killing for food.
Yeah,
he wants them all gone.
He's not really the villain.
No.
Obviously, just like Shere Khan.
Well,
misunderstood.
Well, I feel like you're rooting against our race of human beings here.
Okay?
Okay. Well, at least I understood that correctly, I guess.
You're not wrong. I love animals. I love sharks. Why does he have to die? Stay away from the whale. You would have been mistaken for food. Now he's got a taste of you. And now he wants you in his belly.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you don't have a chainsaw and cut your way out and save everybody else.
That'd be a great move. Find a shark that doesn't chew, you'll be safe.
Oh, he chewed. He ate everybody.
I really like this movie I think mostly too because the character building in it. She's just trying to get there. She's like, well, I'm trying to take my mom out. Her dad's like, don't quit going to med school because your mom died. Fucking focus on your life. She's like, whatever, I'm in Mexico by myself.
Yeah, she called her sister a couple times. All right, once, and I think you see her at the end. You can tell they have a close relationship, and you can tell her and her father are struggling because of the mom's death. I like when she makes the phone calls, you see her, and then on the side of the screen, it shows the actual phone call happening from her point of view and their point of view. And then it shows her walking on the beach. I don't know why, I just thought that was really cool.
That is weird.
Weird things get me.
Well, I did like it too when it starts, and he's like, is that your sister? And you can see her face kind of drop, like, God. Yeah. I don't want to talk to him. He doesn't want me to be doing what I'm doing. I don't need another goddamn lecture. I have to go get eaten by a shark for 3 days. I'm busy.
It was only a day.
I think it went by 2 days.
I don't think so. I think they came back the next day, didn't they?
One night? You might be right. I like the realism of it, too. Her lips are chapped. Her skin's fucked. She's trying to hide from the sun so she's not burned.
I was asking my wife, I was like, she ain't sunburned yet. Like, the next scene, she's holding the surfboard over her. I was like, well, I guess that's fair then. That's something I need to do when I'm camping. I get sunburned.
You should do when you go to a hotel, my friend. You fair.
I don't go to hotels. I stay indoors.
We need to turn these lights off for the next podcast. I don't like what it's doing right now.
Making me more handsome?
You're looking good. I can tell you got burned for this podcast.
Oh, just for this podcast. I wore a hat, so it gave me a goofy tan line. And I got sunburned. I'm peeling right now.
Brandon was camping. You know how you get sunburned? Overcast weather. That's how it gets you, man.
Yeah, or just sun. I walked out, and I'm like, I'm burned.
Is that why you're doing vampire noises? Is that how afraid of the sun you are?
Yeah. I just started sparkling, and I don't know why.
Oh. Well, you're probably a really lame movie with no good story. All right.
I am not Sharknado.
Yeah, Shallows for me was brought me back to shark movies. I hope they make another good one soon. I want to talk about one. Do you have anything else about The Shallows?
It was pretty deep for being called The Shallows.
It's very good. It's very good. Is there any song you want to sing about the movie?
In the shallow, shallow.
Oh, I didn't know. This is the only movie I've seen that I've really liked Blake Lively in.
Have you watched The Town?
I have.
Did you like it?
I liked the movie. I thought her part was small and just not as interesting.
I thought she was good in that movie.
I liked her underwater screams in this movie when she runs to a jellyfish or fire coral. Fire Carl. I like these. Like her underwater screams were so good, and you're like, oh, you kind of cringe when she'd hit a rock with her head or something.
We've all been there.
Well,
I also liked her in A Simple Favor with that one lady.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Anna Kendrick.
Oh, Anna Kendrick's good.
I blanked on her name real quick.
God, she's funny. Yeah, I like the movie a lot. That's probably one I would recommend if you haven't seen it.
Yes, watch it.
I heard one person say he didn't like the movie. He's like, he seemed kind of slow, and I was like, man, by the end of it, you're so invested, though. I don't know how you could feel that way.
Shark movies are slow. Well, I don't know about that, but all the good ones.
I say Deep Blue Sea started with a shark tearing apart a boat.
Yeah, they all have a scene, and that Sharknado started off with 18 sharks first scene. First 2 seconds. 30 sharks are in camera.
Oh,
you'll see that scene
so
80 more
good.
times, but
Oh, I love that. That was so funny. I like the Shallows a lot. I want to talk about another girl who went down to Mexico to fix her emotions, which is 47 Meters Down with Mandy Moore.
yes, that movie's not bad. I enjoyed it.
Okay, well, good.
I think we're on the same page. I don't like Mandy Moore as an actor.
I don't mind her, and she's
Her best role was Tangled.
I mean, that's a great role. I mean, we
It
can't even
is.
be mad about that. I don't. She's so whiny in this, and she has a reason. She has a really hard day for sure.
Yeah, I think she stubbed a toe.
Oh, she's so whiny. So the person you root for have some flaws, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like John Wick.
It's flawless.
That's a bad example by me. My mistake. But Mandy Moore complains the whole movie about everything. She's very whiny. I was just like, I can't do this. She's like, I don't really want to go dancing. I was like, we're gonna start it not going dancing. This is a shark movie.
Who wants to go dancing?
I love dancing.
You suck at dancing. You should
I didn't
not
say
love
I
it.
was good.
I'm just saying you should
I
not
love
love it.
it.
Like find a new hobby, like learning how to dance.
That's a good idea.
It's an unforgettable movie, or not unforgettable. It's a forgettable movie.
Unforgettable.
So we're talking about Jaws, right?
No, we're still at 47 meters
I
down.
thought we moved on. It's forgettable. There was things I liked, things I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about this one. I like the sequel more, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah. And
It's very rare.
I would say you're not wrong. How often is the sequel better than the first one? I would say Terminator is. Aliens is.
Shrek 2?
Maybe. I mean,
Nah, you're right. They're both just as amazing as the other.
There's very few that the sequel is better than the first one.
You
The
know what's
Raid.
close to Shrek. Let's talk about some Shrek.
No. We're not talking about Shrek this episode. Dum. You should drink your shot, by the way.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you to say something clever. Nah, you're right. I should take it. You'll never say it.
That's not true. Enjoy your shark shot. Oh, fuck. Shit.
I've never wanted to not drink in my life till now.
I like 47 Meters Down because it was a very believable thing. She went down to Mexico because her and her longtime boyfriend broke up. She wants to prove she's more adventurous, so she goes out. The fact that she's not adventurous is very easy to believe because she complains about everything the entire movie.
She does. She's whiny.
Her sister is awesome. They go to a bar. They meet a guy who's like, hey, man, we do these shark dives in this cage.
Arrivederci.
No, that's not Spanish. That's Italian.
Buenos nachos.
There you go. Nailed it. Second try. So they agree to go. They go and they're like, are you scuba trained? Like, just lie. And she does, which I think is super dangerous.
Why is that dangerous?
To pretend like you know how to scuba dive and then go in the
Scuba
ocean?
diving's easy.
No, don't
You
say that.
fall into the water backwards.
Come
with
on.
your gear on.
Well, that's about it. You're right. And you just turn some dials.
Yeah, just I've heard
You got to spit in your goggles. I know that.
don't waste too much energy,
Probably everything. I would say that's probably.
or else your tank will go down, and you'll have hallucinations and think your sister's out there, and then you'll just be trapped under a cage the whole time.
God, that was funny. Yeah, I like.
I actually like that.
There's very good parts that are in this movie that I liked.
Yeah.
I liked her trap. She goes in the shark cage. The cable breaks. It slams them How far down? I can't remember.
400,000?
400,000, and they fall. I think it's fathoms. And they fall down to the bottom of the ocean floor.
47 meters.
She's trapped. Her sister is like a go-getter. She's like, well, let me go up and get the radio to work. Let me just try to go search this place out. And she's just like, well, I'll just stay here and complain. And she does that at the bottom.
And she does. She nailed her role. I mean, that was what you're supposed to do, right?
I guess, but I don't...
my God, they're sharks.
No. Yeah, that's about how it went.
That's my Kevin Hart.
Also, these sharks hate people, too. I mean, they were really after
Every
them.
shark hates a person in movies, man. They're very misunderstood creatures. Just get out of their water. How would you like it if someone just came into your house?
That's... Yeah, they believe in the Second Amendment. Right to bare teeth.
Yeah.
You know, that is true, though. Like, no one's there like, hey, man, I got bit by a shark. I'm like, what happened? Like, dude, I was in line at Starbucks down the road, and I got fucking one came out of nowhere. I got me. Like, you know what? That wasn't your fault. You don't deserve that. Where were you before? Well, I was surfing and shark bit me. Like, well,
Sharks are just aggressive, you know. They don't have hands. I don't know if we knew this. So they have to fill things with their mouth. So they're like, oh, what is that? What are those bar-looking things? I'll go chomp on it in a second. Then she starts panicking. He's just panicking, that's all. He's panicking, too. He's trying to calm her down. He's not gentle.
well,
He's got no hands. He's only got sharp teeth.
I feel like you're very pro-shark, and I'm very, why don't we kill them all with a gun?
I'm very pro doing that with humans.
Oh, so you think like sharks are like your enforcer? They're the Punisher of the sea. They're taking out one person at a time.
My shot was dedicated to Thanos.
You hope he... You hope
Except
he...
leaves- I'm waiting for the sharks to just...
Oh, with his fins?
200 runs. Gorilla humans coming in our land to get mad at us.
You know, if you go to Mexico and something breaks, you should have expected it. I'm sorry. My wife's Mexican, and nothing against you, babe, but you should really just believe
Well,
that.
my thing is, if you're going up to a couple guys in a bar and they're like, oh, and then you see their boat, it's not a great boat. It's not a yacht.
A yacht? Well, people don't go shark diving off of yachts.
How would you know? You been shark diving? You have a yacht?
No.
I didn't think so. I have a yacht.
I've listened a little yachty.
The name of my yacht is Biatch.
B-yacht. That's a great name.
It is. I'm gonna
Mine's you yatta know.
All right. Anyway, this is why I don't.
Do you want to drink a shot? 'Cause it's
I
clever?
already drank it just to get through this podcast.
Oh.
I'm gonna talk about the second one a little bit. They go underwater cave diving.
Yeah.
One of the characters' dads works in the cave.
That's
Him and his
right.
archaeologist friends or some shit. I don't know what he does actually. So yeah, a girl and her friends go. They convince the girl to go with them. She's got scuba diving gear, and guess what's in there?
What?
Water.
Jellyfish?
Water is in there. Because
Water?
it's underwater.
Oh.
Cave diving. It's underwater spelunking.
Well, that's good. You need that for underwater.
And sharks!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Uncaged?
47 meters. Down.
No way.
Uncaged.
Okay. I actually do like the sequel more than the first one as well.
Too. It's cornbally,
Sure.
but I mean, it's got good parts.
Yeah. The jump scares are very good in this. The characters aren't hateable. You believe in the hero. You hope it works out. I don't remember how many swimmers there are. Is it 3?
I think there's 4 or 5.
5? Okay. You gotta have some expendables in there. You gotta have a couple people to have some good death scenes.
Absolutely. But then they find a crew of people and they all die. Her dad dies. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
He is
Sorry.
ripped in half by 2 sharks. 2 sharks get him.
You know what? Sharks should learn to share more. I think that was.
They did share. One got the legs, the other got the torso.
I feel like one took one. I don't like he bit one in half and left.
No, he's like, Gary, I got a human. Damn.
That's so.
I got the upper half. Damn it, Gary, I found him.
I can't. The amount of times people get ripped in half in shark movies from 2 sharks eating somebody, I think is all of them but Jaws.
Yeah, not in the shallows. There's only 1 shark in the shallows, brah.
Yeah, lone sharks. Lone sharks can't share. They're not sharers.
Well, they don't need to. They're alone.
They're rogues, as they say.
He tried
in
to
Jaws.
share with the whale.
He's lazy, just sleeping over there.
That's why he was hit. He was like, hey, there's a human on you. Why don't you eat it? Eat the human, man.
Like just bumping a corpse.
Are you alright?
I think I accidentally went to his feeding circle. I was like, yeah, that's not your fault. You didn't know this dead whale would be here?
Well,
Well.
just open your eyes. But yeah, both of them aren't great movies, but the second one's definitely better. You don't need to watch the first one to watch the second
The
one.
first one's got a good twist on it, which I did not see coming.
Of course not.
I didn't see it coming, and I'm
What's the
pretty good
twist?
at guessing movies. I don't want to tell people. I want them to go watch it.
Was it her hallucinating?
Yeah, that was it.
I already mentioned that.
Well, yeah, but you didn't say
It
when.
was 47 meters down at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, they talk about it. They foreshadow it. She goes, if your tank runs too low, you can get... They have a word for it.
It's like hypoxia. It's something where like you run low on oxygen, you keep recycling the same carbon
It's
dioxide.
like hypotenuse.
It's like I wish I was high on pot news.
Stupid.
Oh.
Don't make me laugh with stupid jokes.
Drink up my great jokes. You're right that every movie has an homage to Jaws on this. Every shark movie does. This one had a little bit with its shark. They made great detail. They spent like 30 days on the shark to make sure that it was very interesting. Every scar had a story about how he got it, or how she got it.
Sex scar.
Sex scar. But as they went through and they showed them all, they made sure that it was very identifiable as its own kind because it, everybody's gonna compare it to Jaws.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, what's the quintessential shark movie?
Yeah, I'm a drink every time I make that great joke.
Quintessential! Alright, let's move on. We've talked about a not great movie enough. Let's talk about a great one.
Okay.
My God. It's a megalodon.
The Meg.
I love this movie. It's a good, corny, not a great movie.
Sure.
This is My Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, really?
My Deep Blue Sea. It's not a great movie, but if it's on, I'm sitting down and I'm watching it. And then probably Con Air because it's on the USA Network.
Isn't it about Peter Griffin's daughter? Who
No.
let you back in the house?
No, they couldn't
Snake?
put her in or else it'd be rated R. They wanted to keep it PG-13.
The Meg with Jason Statham, who is a champion diver who actually represented England in multiple dive competitions.
Yes, he
Played a
did.
swimmer. Perfect. Finally, a great casting role. Loved it. Awesome. Ruby Rose. A lot of good people in this movie.
Rainn Wilson
Rainn
from The Office.
Hilarious in The Office. After that, not too much else.
He did something in this movie.
Okay, that's pretty good. Hey, man, good for you, Rainn. They're
Yeah.
crushing it. I have faith. It's called The Comeback. He's coming back, guys.
I do really like this movie. It's enjoyable. It's the same thing kind of as Deep Blue Sea. They're in this crazy rich underwater tube housing thing.
It's a sea lab?
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously.
And what they want to do is explore further than the bottom of the ocean.
I think they're going like in the Marianas Trench, I believe, is what they're doing.
I don't remember what it's called, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because that's what the second one's going to be called, is The Trench.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's a second one coming out eventually.
Ooh.
If you guys...
Give them the rundown of the movie. What's going on? Who's wearing what?
Yeah, so they go past this gassy cloud-looking thing, and they find undiscovered ocean life.
What?
Oh my God.
I would assume that's a lot of the days. Like, we don't know a lot about the ocean. I bet that happens more often than we think.
No, you'd be surprised, brah.
I am.
Brah.
Brah.
Hang loose.
Wicked tubes.
Those are so wicked, man. I sound high. Well, I guess surfers are high, so I think it's a perfect impression.
Stereotyping, man. Come on.
Yeah, and?
No, you're right. I know surfers.
I'm wearing my shark shirt today, by the way. I don't know if you could tell.
It's
Anyway.
made out of real shark.
It is.
Mako.
So they travel down. What's happening now? A shark attacks them. Oh, what? Oh, now they're stranded there.
Yep.
They need an expert diver to go do the rescue mission. But at the beginning of the movie, we saw that this rescue diver left some people behind to die.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, if you watch the movie, you'll realize it's not his fault. He needed to leave.
And that's Jason Statham?
That is Jason. We all know. He's the expert diver. You just talked about it. He represents his country.
He goes back to save his ex-wife, I believe, too?
His ex-wife, an Asian, and a fat white guy.
Solid. I mean,
The
that's...
Asians from Heroes. That's
I like that
all
guy.
the backstory I can give you on him.
He's also on Scrubs. He's on a couple other things.
Yeah, but we know him from Heroes.
That's true.
So
Keto.
yeah, he saves them, or does he? Oh, so he goes down there, realizes it's a shark, and as they go up, the shark breaks out with them.
Yes.
And now there's a megalodon.
So essentially,
in the
it's
ocean.
like there's this thermal pocket of heat. Tell me if I get this wrong.
Well, that's great.
And the shark can't get past this to go up to the surface. It's stuck on this lower level of where it's at. So Megalodon's a giant shark. They're following whales, which I think their names are like Gary or something. Gary the whale. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But the thermal pocket's keeping this Megalodon down here. So when they go through, they kind of make a gap so that the shark can follow.
The Megalodon.
So now this shark's just out there eating motherfuckers, not giving a fuck about nothing.
It eats the whale. It attacks the crazy strong glass they have on their tube houses.
Yeah, I like it's like a ring of teeth.
Which is an homage to Jaws. So he says this... At one point in the movie, he says this bite is not big enough to be a megalodon. It's not big enough to be a shark. Our shark.
Right.
It's the same
The
thing.
bite radius.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Roy Schneider's character, I can't remember his name. The detective, the police cop guy.
I got him, Chief.
Chief, sure.
What's up, Chief?
It's the same thing he says. I'm pretty sure it's him.
No, it's Hopper. So this
It
is
is Hopper,
it's the
you're
scientist that says,
Richard
listen, you can
Dreyfuss.
celebrate as much as you like. This is the wrong bite radius for this shark. I'm just telling you. If you want me to cut open the body of the shark, I can prove it right now. And they're like, yeah, no, there might be kid remains in there. We're not going to do that.
Which they do. They got the shark.
They do later that night.
Yeah, so there's their homage to Jaws there. Every movie's got one. If they don't, they're not good.
They also do another one in that movie where a woman lets her kid go swimming and she's wearing the exact same outfit as Jaws.
And the boy, begs his mom to go, oh, come on, come on, Mom, come on. And she goes, oh, yeah. I forgot about that. But you right?
Yeah.
You right?
They always
You're
do
so
a couple. It was more entertaining than I thought it would be.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Put away all your, this is going to be a great movie. It's not.
No.
It's going to be a fun movie. It's going to entertain the shit out of you, but you ain't going to love it.
No. What you need to do is just go in there in a fun mood. You know what you need to do? You need to make a little blood in the water, drink,
and roll a joint. And I don't mean your ankle. I mean get some weed.
Yeah, go hiking upstairs.
Hey, whoa! I don't want them out of breath.
Yeah.
That knocks me out. I usually fall down the stairs. I'm out of shape.
I won't disagree. The Meg has a nice little couple surprises in it as well. The first shark comes by. Jason Statham's like, I gotta kill it. I'm gonna knock this thing out. And then a little bit afterwards, I had someone spoil the surprise ending for me. But you can spoil it if you want for everybody.
I don't know what the surprise ending is.
You don't?
No.
Neither do I. I like how you played that. Ruby Rose is in this. There's actually a lot of actors you will recognize in this. Ruby Rose just getting off
There
of
is.
Batwoman, who she successful first season, doesn't want to be part of the second season for
I
whatever
don't blame
reason.
her.
You think it's just fan hate?
No, it's because it sucks.
The show sucks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I haven't seen it, man.
She's in John Wick. She deserves better.
God, she played that awesome sign language killer.
Deaf. Sign language killer. She killed him with sign language.
She killed him with death. She dealt out death to everybody. Like, boom, dude, you're getting death, and you're getting death too, death dealer. What's up? I actually like Ruby Rose. I think I've seen her play like an assassin
She's in
like 2-3 movies.
Orange is the New Black, I think.
Yep, that was a role that kind of got her famous.
I actually don't know if that's what the show's called. That's what the question was.
Orange is the New Black?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. I haven't watched much of that show.
They say she looked like Justin Bieber, and as most
You know what?
people...
Justin Bieber's never looked so good.
Well, I disagree. I think he's great looking. But
All my intentions are to watch more Ruby Rose.
No.
You get it? You get because his new song's Intentions. I actually like Justin Bieber a little bit. I don't care.
Oh,
You heard me.
wow. Put in your comments about why Brandon is brave.
I ain't brave. I'll swim with sharks and admit Justin Bieber's new song is a banger.
Damn! Spit that fire, Beebs. Yeah, the Meg was better than I thought. At the end when they killed the shark, and then... Oh, wait, is there something else that came out of the trench? Is there another beast lying in the depths?
A bigger megalodon.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, it's a bigger megalodon.
This was a baby.
I actually like that scene when they reveal it. They have the megalodon. It's dead. It's hanging from their boat.
Yeah.
And they're telling the guy, "Hey, get closer. We'll use this as your dating profile." And he puts his head in it, and the shark's gonna bite down.
Yep.
It doesn't. They play a practical joke on him. Just move the shark a little bit, and he freaks out and falls into the water. If then a megalodon eats him, and the other shark as well.
I was going to say, what a great joke.
It was. I laughed. I was like, the shark's gonna. Oh And it's like, oh shit! The shark came in him anyway.
Yeah, they're like, ah, ooh, ah. Up and down, trying to lull you down, buddy. So they get those jump scares.
Yeah, you have corny jokes in there. There's a guy swimming. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't swim. He's like, you have a job in the ocean. He's like, this wasn't in the job description. I'm like, well, that's a corny joke, but
I mean,
funny.
I can't think of a shark movie that doesn't have a cheesy catchphrase.
Sharknado doesn't have any cheesy catchphrases.
I don't think
they're
there's
all
any
classic,
dialogue.
on point, great lines.
By the way, if you watch Sharknado, they have a scene where they go to Tara Reid's house. I didn't realize this. They only have pictures of Tara Reid in her own house.
Well, I saw the boyfriend, douchebag. The daughter, obviously the father doesn't like her, so why would the mother? She makes that clear when during a Sharknado, she is complaining to her dad. She doesn't care about her.
Oh, that was funny. When they're getting supplies, she's like, you know, I don't even think, what, you want to be a dad now? Literally, people getting eaten in half.
Right?
There's flying sharks.
Literally flying sharks.
Adjust accordingly.
Which, by the way, you never see a shark die until the end because it's flying around. You see them hit the cement so hard, cement's flying up, and they just bounce off.
Tough.
I'm like, damn.
Sharks are strong.
Damn.
Should make you happy. You want sharks to win.
I do.
I wouldn't mind if we
You're right.
cemented the ocean.
I think the sixth, well, then you don't get seafood.
I'll be okay.
I fucking love seafood. Crab, favorite dish. If you guys want to send me
Dig your own
something,
trees,
send me
bro.
crab.
Oh. Yeah, and that one person sent them crabs the other way.
My mom told my aunt, or my niece, that she could go in the garden and grow shrimp.
That's really funny.
So now she's waiting to grow shrimp. Anyway, let's move on from Meg.
It'd be funnier if we pranked your mom and actually made a fake plant that had shrimp on it.
Hey, don't do that to her. She's fragile.
I didn't know.
I brought up Shark Night a little bit. I'll bring it up again.
Okay, so you got to tell me about Shark Night.
So Shark Night, bunch of kids go to a lake,
Okay.
spend a weekend there. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. There's gonna
Absolutely.
be booze and coitus
Okay.
and boats
And hose?
2 random rednecks at a gas station just to scare you. But they'll come back in the story later. Don't you worry. They'll be there.
Not
usually.
worried. All right.
So yeah, that's what it is. That's all the movie detail you need to really know.
All right.
And then you ride in the boat, and a guy gets attacked by a shark. Gets his arm bitten off. He survives. But, everybody's like, oh, God, you ran him over, Kyle. You ran him over the boat, Kyle.
Okay.
And then, it takes someone else to get attacked by a shark for them to realize there's sharks in their lake, which is a real thing. Sharks are known to be in lakes.
There's freshwater sharks.
Not this way, though. You'll find out. I'll tell you everything about this movie.
I'm interested.
So then, they call some people. Hey, we need you to come get us. I don't remember how the rednecks get there. I'm starting to lose tune on this movie here.
You're already losing energy on the movie you're describing. Like, listen, this movie was
Watching it too, I stopped watching for a second, came back. I was like, oh, the rednecks are back. So that's why I don't know how they got there. But the rednecks came back.
when you latch into a character that doesn't matter because it's like the only part you liked.
I told you, the stunt double came in, jumped in the water, his wig flies off. Best part of the movie.
If only we had money to shoot that scene one more time.
So yeah, they take 2 people with them. They're gonna go get a chopper so they can fly in and grab the guy dying.
Okay.
Because, he lost an arm.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that. Part that bugged me here. The black guy's like, oh, God, they killed my girlfriend. And I'm going to fucking kill them. So he walks out with his makeshift spear into the ocean. Or the lake. Sorry,
Wow.
the lake. And the shark has his whole bottom half in his mouth. And then cuts away. It goes back to the boat. Oh, I'm like, okay, building suspense. Is he
Sure.
alive? I don't know.
Sure.
Goes back to the boat. You find out the rednecks brought the sharks there just so they could record them eating people.
Wow.
And then it goes back to the lake house, and the shark's dead. And the black dude's fine.
They didn't even show the
The
fight
armless
scene?
guy is fine. I'm just like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? You have a shark dead now. I think it's a hammerhead. I don't know. They have like 40 different kinds of sharks.
Yeah, they're always like... It's always like a fucking zoo in the water with these shark movies.
And they find a camera, and then it goes back to the rednecks, and we're going to throw you over the boat. And
By the way, when you have a spear in the water, it turns into a harpoon. But go ahead and finish.
Well, what if it's still fucking...
Oh, Jesus. I'm glad I didn't see Shark Night.
Don't.
I'm just saying.
It got 19%. Still too high.
Which is what Sharknado would be lucky to get if Flickster didn't help them so much.
I sat there like 10 minutes reading reviews of Sharknado. Everyone's like, it's a shitty movie that you'll love. I'm like, I didn't love it. It's not a good movie.
I want to address, I'm seeing some comments about other movies. Shark Tale. What do you feel about Shark Tale?
Yeah, it's great. Will Smith.
Will Smith, awesome. Jack Black is the shark.
That's right, Jack Black.
He's pretending to be the shark slayer, and it's almost like Dragonheart, where the dragon and him kind of fake it to kind of like build it up.
Yeah, I do like Shark Tale. That was a fun movie. Fun little... Which, I just listened to this. It's old song. I don't think it's 2 months old. Someone did a Will Smith tribute song.
Yeah.
Fucking love that song.
It was pretty good.
I think Will Smith did a remix.
Yes, he did. He jumped on the beat. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Will Smith's a rapper, guys. Y'all is welcome.
What about we got a comment for Finding Nemo with those sharks. Fish are friends, not food.
It's not a shark movie. I get it. Bruce is on it.
It's big old teeth.
But no, it's not a shark movie.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's trying to...
It's a shark part.
You know what he said? He said fish are friends, not food. They still got to eat humans. I think they're going for humans.
Obviously. That or seaweed?
I don't know.
The salad of the ocean, bro?
Is that a thing?
Kale?
Oh, kale.
Ah.
A superfood. There's a couple off. One that comes to my mind, too, is Ace Ventura, the scene where he gets in the great white shark's mouth at he's trying to find the dolphin and it's a shark. And it grabs her, shaking him around. He's, making jokes about it. And I was like... I can't imagine. It seems terrifying to get in the teeth of an animatronic shark that moves back and forth.
Does it, though?
In Deep Blue Sea, they made an animatronic shark, had it hooked up to the computer, they were working on it, and after they got done, it malfunctioned and jumped and broke their ceiling.
Okay.
So they're like, oh yeah, we should figure out all the kinks before we put fucking LL Cool J in its gullet.
I feel like it would have been a better scene if you didn't.
Oh, you're in for realism.
Yeah. I mean, Blake Lively broke her nose on a buoy and continued filming. Leonardo ripped open his hand, continued filming.
That's true. Yeah, he was really good in Titanic.
Yeah, he died for real in that movie.
He really didn't ask her to move over so he could live. All right, we've gone through a lot of shark movies. We've had a couple people bring up some other shark movies we haven't talked about. Our poll's going gangbusters right now. We have a clear winner at the moment, but it could change. We've had a lot of votes, which is what I like. So glad that I get a lot of audience participation. Let's get into the holy grail, the godfather of all the shark movies.
We already talked about the Meg.
I want to talk about the Meg again. No, I want to talk about Jaws. I got to talk about Jaws. We couldn't put it in our poll because, man, I mean...
We know.
Everybody would have picked it.
I think everything you read, top 50 movies, top 100, or whatever, I think Jaws is going to be on there every time.
Absolutely.
I love the Meg. I love the Shallows. You can't put it against that.
No. I mean... God, it's the first. It's a Spielberg movie. It's so good. It made me think of it just talking about animatronic sharks with the teeth. So what they did for realism is they put the actress in their mouth. The opening scene. You know the scene in the poster with the giant shark going up to the woman who's going to bite her? Iconic. It's like art now. When they put her in the mouth of this robotic monster, they went old school. What they did is they hooked cables to the side of its mouth. They had a team on one side, a team on the other side, and they would just yank it back and forth like a tug-of-war. And they wouldn't tell her they're going to do it, and they would just yank really hard. She got very injured from this.
Yeah, she did.
Do you know what her injuries were? I can't remember.
Yeah. Shark bites.
Oh, dude, that's bad. Anyway, she got second-degree shark bite wounds, and but they yanked it, and you could tell, like, her screams are real. But she's saying, please, somebody stop, help me. Like, she's talking to the director.
No, she's talking to someone out there. She's a method actress.
Oh. Well, she's great. She did a really good job on this. I mean, I really thought that she was getting hurt by this, but that's mostly because she was.
That's one of the reasons Jaws still holds up. They didn't depend on shitty animations and CGI.
Sometimes
like
you gotta go old school.
Sharknado.
Oh, Sharknado. Or news clippings.
Yeah. All you need... You really just need that fin sticking out of the water every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting some barrels to it. Oh, look at it. There's the shark.
Yeah.
You're kind of seeing what they see. They don't, like you said, they don't show the shark that much. That's what you need. Especially in, 79? I think is when that movie was made?
Every good movie, don't show the monster right away. Wait till the second half of the movie. That's what makes the monster scary. And because your imagination is going to always be worse than what's really there. Predator was a great example of this. They didn't show the costume to the very end of the movie, despite the costume being the dopest fucking thing in the entire world.
It is pretty cool.
So they don't show Jaws ever. It's a police chief who hates the water. He almost drowned when he was a kid. Who's played by... You got
Rory
it?
Schneider.
Schneider, who heard Spielberg talking about this movie at a party and then almost demanded to be a part in the movie.
You know, is that why the second one's not as good? Because Spielberg wasn't there?
Yes.
I mean, I was watching today, and I'm just like, it's not a great movie, but I don't know why. And
I mean, that's it. I mean, you need to have...
the problem is it followed up the first Jaws.
That's true. I mean, it's no 47 meters down uncaged, a sequel that's better than the first.
Ooh. That's true. I think that's the problem with Die Hard, too, as well. It's not a horrible movie, but it just wasn't nearly as good as the first one.
I liked... so all the Die Hards are almost watchable, though. Like, I'd have to force myself to watch Jaws 4.
Okay. Die Hard 5?
What's the title of that one? I can't remember.
A Good Day to Die Hard?
Such a good movie.
That movie is shit.
Is
And
that
I
the
love
one-
every other Die
Is
Hard.
that the one with Kevin Smith?
No, that one is Live Free or Die Hard. That one's great. With Justin Long.
Yeah!
You know what? That one's great.
I'm
That
the
one's
Warlock.
Fucking great.
What do you mean?
But
So
Die
funny.
Hard 2 gets shit on, and I think it's just because it followed up Die Hard.
Sorry,
And I think
that's the
same
plane one,
thing.
right?
Yeah, they're at the airport. I think the same thing happens with Jaws. It's not a bad movie. It's actually really good. It got 60%, which, I mean, it's better than Sharknado.
Well, what isn't? If you're not
Shark
drinking
Night?
shots while watching Shark... What rednecks haven't kidnapped sharks and transported them to a lake to kill
I didn't
cannibals?
tell everybody about the twist ending. The sheriff's also in on it.
Oh...
No one's gonna watch that shitty movie.
Speaking of sheriffs, the police chief with the glasses is terrified because he almost drowned as a kid.
And then he became police chief of a
Island.
I did love his line. Richard Dreyfuss Hopper asks him, he's like, "Why did you become police chief on an island?" Though
Yep.
he's like, "It's only an island if you're looking at it from your point of view."
If you're looking at it from the ocean.
Yeah, and I was like, that's actually a good line because it is true. I'm sure it's a big island. It may not just look like an island from one point of the ocean.
In the time of Corona right now, too, with people opening up their cities early or late, depending on your point of view, everyone's being compared to this mayor
That's right.
of Jaws Island,
I'm
which
gonna let a
is
shark stop us from our richest day.
just 4th of July.
Damn
I
right.
make a lot of money on tourism.
I'm all about the money.
So a girl gets eaten. He goes, "It was a boat propeller." And he's like, "Are you willing to stand by that? I don't know about shark bites." And the guy's like, "Yeah." He looks over at the mayor like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, okay." Another person gets eaten like right in front of him. I think it's the kid. I think when they reopen it, they see a kid get eaten and like blood and like clothes.
Yeah, which is another thing I like. I love gore in my movies,
yeah.
but also I don't need gore in my movies. So
If it's smart,
I don't need to see the dude getting ripped up by 4 different sharks or whatever. If you just show blood in the water,
good call.
that's
Probably.
perfect. Spielberg knows how to do that. That's why he's a great director. One of the best, if not the best.
You know what? I wanted to bring this up too. Eli Roth wanted to direct The Meg.
My God. That would have been violent.
He wanted to make it rated R, but he also wanted to star in it, and that was kind of like the deal breaker.
That is a deal breaker.
They're like, "We don't think you have the
No.
star power to do this."
No.
Usually I wouldn't care. Usually I'm like, whatever. Jason Statham did a great job, and he's a championship diver. Like I said, I mean, it's pretty well done for the role.
You know what? Blake Lively learned how to surf. All right, she learned how to ride a surfboard.
She
and
learned
then
to
when
have a
was,
stunt
when
double.
she was actually surfing, it was a stunt double. But when she was laying on the board and everything, it was her.
Well, it's good for her. Then her and Jason Statham are the same, I guess.
Anyway, back to Jaws.
Jaws is PG-13, which made me think of it. Despite all the gore, all of the scenes, by the way, people pulling up to the shore and having like their legs in ribbons, like from the shark attack bites. I was
Are
like,
you sure they didn't just bury it in the sand?
Sharknado has a scene where a guy pretends his leg is bitten off, and at the bottom of where his knee is, he buries it in the sand. They just put blood on the bottom, and it is so hateable. It is so hateable.
It's great.
They made 5 more.
It's not
People
hateable.
work really hard on movies. People write
This is
scripts.
considered a cult classic.
Like, I don't know. I've never written a movie, but I feel so bad for script writers. The guy's like, I have a really good idea for this story. And like, is it like Sharknado? And he's just like, I gotta go buy some
I
razor
think
blades.
every movie we've talked about, other than Jaws, has either gotten a lower rating than Sharknado or the same.
You know what? That just goes to show you. You know what I mean? Like, even if you...
Don't quit on your dreams. No matter how shitty your movie's going to be.
Don't quit on it. Just make that pile of shit and send it out. And you're going to become a multimillionaire. You'll fail upwards.
He did. They all did.
Hey,
they made
that's what this podcast is trying to do.
We're definitely failing.
Come on.
If only it could be upwards. Help us fail upwards.
Jaws was awesome. The name of the animatronic Jaws, his name is Bruce.
Which is from Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo, that's the name of the shark.
Tie-in.
It's a tie-in. The big old teeth.
Shark bait. Ooh-ha.
He named it Bruce after his lawyer, who he said was as fierce as a shark and is just as unforgiving.
Oh.
Bruce Raymer, shout out to you if you're still alive.
Those qualities are good in a lawyer?
Being ruthless?
I would assume.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I've watched Community.
Hey, if there's any lawyers out there, no offense, but I just assume you all have no souls.
And I assume if you
Oh,
watch this podcast that you're the greatest people ever, because that's all Whiskey Cinema viewers.
Oh, look at this guy. Mending those fences I keep breaking. You're a bridge builder.
Well, what can I say? You hurtled me to the top just so you could break that fence.
That's what I do. I love Jaws. I rewatched it. It's still amazing. I love Quint, who you can't stop talking about.
He is the quintessential.
Robert Shaw plays him. As the sea captain, he went to this island, which I think was Martha's Vineyard, to get into the character. He modeled himself after a fisherman that he met, which is why he talked like this, Chief. I remember the days. Oh, I mean, he was awesome. The fact that he didn't win an award for this, I mean, I think that he was really good. When he talks about him being in the U.S., I think it's Indianapolis, the ship that sank, and he's like, 1,000 people went in the water, Chief. But the next day, there was 100 less. I was like, damn!
I love the feud with him, Quint, and Hooper.
I think it's Hopper. I'm not...
Hopper. You might be right.
You can message in the comments. I don't remember if it's Hopper or Hooper.
Hanging
with Mr. Hopper.
I love their feud between Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss. Because I can say that, because they did not like each other in real life either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why that feud looked so real.
Oh, if you
Because
guys,
they hated each other.
if you don't know, one is a literal fisherman that hunts sharks, and the other one's like a marine biologist. And at one point, he remarks that he is a rich kid, and that's why he does this. And the other one's like a fisherman. The first thing he says is like, he's like, show me a knot. And the guy ties it. And he's like, show me your hands. And he looks at him. He's like, yeah, you have city hands.
I remember that.
He's like, I don't want to listen, man. That's cool that you're doing this for like a project or something, but this is a big deal.
Yeah, he's got all. Dreyfuss has his boat. Hooper Hopper has his boat. It's got all this fancy ass technology.
Sure.
He takes the detective, the police chief, out on it.
Oh yeah.
The guy says, "Hey, man, you got all this technology. You must be rich." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, I come from a wealthy family." And I'm just like, dude, I like that he's honest.
That's true. I mean,
Does it make me hate him less because he's honest? But he's like, yeah, I just want to save some sharks. They're the most misunderstood creatures. You're in their home. You know, they don't have hands. They don't have hands.
he sounds like you in the water if you had money.
If I had money,
You'd have a fish finder and all the radar and stuff.
probably not. I'd have a crab finder so I could eat more crab.
Wow, crab lover. Okay.
I love crab. I don't know if I mentioned. Send me crab.
Okay. Send me 5-star likes on iTunes and Spotify.
And then send me crab.
All right. Well, I like that he's talking about all of the technology he has, and then he talks to. Fuck, I don't want to mess up his name, but I think Quint's the fisherman.
Quint's the fisherman. Yeah.
Okay. Talks to Quint, and these drinks are good. They're catching up pretty fast. If you guys aren't drinking with us, and you're like, these guys are slurring, it's
I've
'cause you're not
saved mine
drinking
till
enough.
the end this time, and no one made fun of me.
Not yet, and I bet they are. All right, I hate. Okay, well, no. I love that when he first goes in, he's like, I remember all these college kids who come by with their radar dishes and their fish finders. And that just happened like 2 scenes before. So essentially he's calling fucking Hopper a dick.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, this is a real deal guy right here. Drop
He's
that
a
lighter.
real deal. He
Lose
catch
your
fast. He's got a bunch of shark jowls.
Yeah, Jaws
It
is boiling in the water. Dude,
He
dope.
creates his own alcohol.
How about that iconic scene where he realizes that it is a shark and he eats that first kid? And it zooms on his face, but it kind of goes far away at the same time. Iconic Spielberg. Do you remember that scene?
Your description was leading me to where I knew, but then zooms on his face, but goes far.
So, it looks weird because he sees a shark kill a kid, and then it zooms in on his face, but the background goes farther away. So you're like, how did he do this? He moves the camera down on a track and then zooms in on it at the same time to get his face. So it's a very weird technique for camera, but it's awesome. I mean, it's amazing.
Spielberg, I don't know if there's anybody better than Spielberg.
I would say no. I mean,
I think that's pretty easy. If you disagree, blame it on Danny, but I'm right.
Yeah.
No one's better.
Go ahead.
I love other directors.
Go ahead, name 15 other directors that are better than him.
I won't. I can't. He's the best.
I think he's really good too. I'm gonna go Hitchcock.
Really good, but
Tarantino.
He's not as good.
I'll say Michael Bay. Everybody has arguments. You know, who knows who's better?
You put Michael Bay in the conversation. You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right.
He's making that money. Kubrick. I mean, there's a lot of people, but Jaws is still awesome. You can still watch it if you have HBO Max. Not a plug. All of the Jawses are on there. They just unleashed all the Jawses. Which watch the first one, I would say.
Watch the first one. You can watch the second one. Don't watch the rest.
A PG-13 movie about a shark ripping people to shreds. The captain's the best. I love Quint so much. I like when they're comparing scars, kind of like a Lethal Weapon thing where they start comparing.
They throw their legs up.
He's like
scars.
He's like Moray Eel right here. He's like, I got you beat. And he talks about like him getting in an arm wrestling competition. He's like, you see this bump right here? I lost it. He took me over the top, and starts laughing.
Meanwhile, the police chief is just standing there.
He's like, I'm the sissy compared to these guys.
A shark starts bashing into their boat. Boom.
He's not taking down 3 barrels, chief. Not 3 barrels.
I do. It's a great movie. Everybody's seen it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, shut up and watch it.
Gotta watch it, man. It's so good. His story, too, we already talked about the U.S. in Indianapolis, is a great monologue that he kind of made up with the director on the spot. A lot of good improv in this made the movie. You Need a Bigger Boat was made up by that actor that day. You're gonna need a bigger boat. After seeing the shark for the first time, which by the way, the shark just like cruising around. Like, what's up, fellas?
Yeah, see, he's not. And then they start shooting him.
I know he wants to be friends.
He's like, hey guys, I got no hands. I'm gonna fill your boat real quick so I know what it is. What the fuck? Why'd you shoot me?
You attaching barrels?
I can't swim with barrels. You know that, right?
I want to go deeper.
I live in the ocean. I don't live on land, brah.
It's so funny. Such a good part at the end when they blow up his mouth with the, I think it's an air tank for like scuba diving.
That just reminded me of Sharknado.
Did they do that exact scene in Sharknado?
They put an air tank in his mouth, and the guy is like a foot away and just shoots the tank. And it only blows up the shark. And it only blows up its head, too.
Oh, yeah. He was like a banana peel after it hits.
Yeah. Love that movie.
God. I'll watch it again.
You keep mentioning it's PG-13.
Yeah.
There's a tie-in here. So is The Meg. The Meg is also PG-13.
Most movies are rated PG-13 because they make way more money.
Do not interrupt my tie-in.
I wouldn't.
This is also an update on our poll question.
Okay.
The Meg is winning.
So far. It's a close race.
40% Meg, I don't blame you, is great.
We can change those numbers fast, though.
30% Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah?
Not as great, I don't blame you.
Come on.
20% The Shallows.
All right, well, they haven't seen it.
You know what? The Shallows doesn't get a lot of love. I think it's like 59% of users liked it on Flickster or whatever.
I've heard some people say they didn't like it. I've heard it before.
I get it. It's a slow building movie. You don't get a lot of... Yeah, I get it.
I mean...
You're idiots.
I mean, it's got...
I mean, The Meg deserves to be at number 1. You ain't wrong.
I know.
You ain't... Shut the fuck up.
Okay, Jesus.
And then, 47 Meters Down, deservingly at last. Should be there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why I got 10%, to be honest. I thought I'd get 0.
Oh, also, I loved, speaking of 47 Meters Down, in a cage, the scene in Jaws. When Hopper goes down, and he essentially goes, hey, man, I got this drug in here on this spike. I'm going to inject it to him, and it'll kill him. He goes, you're going to put that little needle through that thick shark skin? He's like, well, I got to stab him in the mouth. He's like, that's your idea. He's like, do you have a better one? And then he goes in the thing, and instantly, the cage is destroyed, and he drops his spear gun. I was like, Quint was right. Always trust Quint.
Did you know that sharks can't swim backwards?
I've already mentioned that
I know
on
you did.
this podcast.
You did. You're right. I remembered that. But so in Shark Night, I remembered the movie.
Okay.
Same thing. Woman, she gets forced to go cage diving. The shark swims backwards so we can ram into the thing. I just instantly threw my shit. I was like, sharks don't swim backwards, guys. Even I know that.
That's the real shark fact right there. I would know it
is.
from Deep Blue Sea because he goes like, that shark just swim backwards? And Samuel L. Jackson goes, tell me I did not see what I just saw.
I watched Shark Week. They say it. Sharks don't swim
Love
backwards.
Shark Week.
Obviously,
Very
everybody
pro
does.
shark.
That's why Michael Phelps competes against sharks, which I can't watch a movie.
That's why everyone listening right now has shared this podcast. Thank you so much, guys. I'm seeing it all.
I can't watch a movie, watch them swim away from the shark, and all of a sudden they're swimming faster. Michael Phelps is the fastest swimmer on this planet.
That's true.
And he can outswim sharks.
No.
Bitch, you did.
Well,
You did.
What if you're a Pomeranian in the Meg?
Well, obviously, you don't eat dogs in movies, man.
No. Don't want to make the shark the villain.
Yeah, they're obviously the hero.
Farewell and adieu to all my Spanish ladies.
Just get out of their water.
Farewell and adieu. You don't remember that scene? Oh, I love this scene. Quint sings that song.
But you don't have a good voice. Your voice is as good as your dancing. It's not good.
That good? I didn't know. Compliments were
Oh my!
said. Love Jaws. Thought it was awesome. I love the scene where everybody goes out to get the reward. $3,000 bounty on Jaws. Go kill this shark. They all go out. There's two people piling on one ship. They're like, and Hopper tries to tell them, hey man, you guys can't send any people. They're like, fuck you. What the fuck?
People who
you
just
know?
throw their wife's roast out on a chain link, or just a chain.
Like an anchor.
On the dock,
Yeah.
and the shark takes the whole dock.
That's right.
And then his life!
Whoa. Yeah, he does.
Spoiler alert?
Don't open
From
the...
50 years
We
ago?
have to open the beach. And even at the end, when everybody's getting killed on the beach, the guy's in the hospital, and he's like, listen, you need to sign this paper saying the beach is closed and indefinitely until we get the shark out. And also you need to sign it for the reward for us to hire this crazy fisherman to go kill the shark. And he's like, maybe we can open by August if we... I think we could open by August if we... And the guy's like, motherfucker! And he just leaves. I was like...
The second one's the same thing. It's the cop being over... not protective, but... He's paranoid. There was a boat that blew up. He didn't know why, and he knew it was a shark.
Okay.
There was no evidence, but he knew it was a shark somehow.
He's had a shark sense?
Exactly. So he's paranoid. He's watching the beaches at all times. He's grounding his kids. You can't fucking go on that water, you young brat. He's no sailing for you.
No.
You don't get to be. So, I mean.
There's a scene that I really like, by the way.
In the second one?
No, in Jaws.
The whole
first
movie?
one. Yeah.
You think it's better than the first? Well, alright. Unpopular movie opinion, I guess.
Whoa. Hey, man.
But everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Well, thank you. That's nice to say. I mean. How about when the kid's just in, like, the dock and he's on his boat and the dad goes, get out of there, get out of the water.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, just relax. You're just in the boat. Not going out. And then she flips, like, the next page of the shark book and it shows a shark going underneath and destroying a boat, attacking people. She immediately goes, you heard your father! Get out of the boat! We're getting out! And I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, there's a mom. He wants you to get the... It was just so funny. I was like, yeah, man, you don't want your kids dead.
Well,
What does that mean? How pro-shark are you?
if it means my kids die,
Sure.
very.
Wow.
I don't have kids, so I can say it because I don't have anything.
None that he takes responsibility for.
Touche.
Is there any other shark facts or shark movies or shark scenes that you want to talk about?
I watched The Reef. It's an Australian movie.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bring that one up, make it look like I know more movies.
Well done.
Halle Berry did a shark movie too, Dark Tide.
Oh, that's right.
Eh.
That movie sucks.
Yeah, he's right.
I like Halle Berry. Didn't do well.
That's about it. I don't got nothing to say about him.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
The Reef's a very slow burn. Very.
Is it not a good payoff at the end? Like sometimes movies are slower and that's okay, and it builds and builds and builds and builds.
I sometimes in a movie you get bored during it all. You're just bored, and that was one of them. So by the end of it, I wasn't that invested.
Yeah, it's a problem. Like it's too much waiting for a payoff, and the payoff's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Yeah, it's like Sharknado. They just threw bombs in the tornadoes.
I love their. First of all, I assume every movie in Australia, they have worse monsters in real life than they could put on film.
Tastes funny. I read facts about the reef, and I don't remember them. But that's kind of what they said. Everybody goes to Australia thinking, I can't go in the water. There's fucking sharks. This is Australia.
It's Great Barrier Reef, son.
And then
They
if
don't
you're
play.
at a party and you bring up sharks, apparently everybody has a story.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my cousin fucking...
They start doing the thing from Jaws.
Married
Like,
a shark.
all right, you see, this is a thresher tail.
Exactly. You see this? Right here, I married a shark. I did.
I can beat you. My heart got broken by a shark.
Yeah. I got nothing else, though. The Meg's great.
I love shark movies. I hope they make one soon.
I hope they make a good one soon. You know, Uncaged, 47 minutes, not that old. I think
How
it's a
old?
year or two?
What?
Yeah, it's not that old.
Fact check that. We might have a better shot on the next episode. I don't know. I think
Well,
it's
you already
way
know
older.
one. Danny DeVito's a midget.
Not in my heart.
No, he's the tallest,
He's
most
a
handsomest
giant.
man.
He's a giant.
He's got the biggest heart.
Yeah, I love shark movies. I think they're awesome. I think they should take a page out of Jaws. I think they shouldn't show
Everybody
them.
does, obviously.
They do.
That license plate numbers and everything.
They do. But I think they shouldn't show the monsters quickly. I think it's very neat to have your mind kind of go after it. Seeing red water, like you said, is gory enough for some reason. I don't need to see someone walking out of the water with half...
I don't need to see their leg buried in the sand.
No.
I don't need to. It's
Shark
too graphic.
God, I hate that fucking
It's
scene.
a great movie. There's a reason they made 6 and only 4 Jawses. Or is it 5?
Oh, what a mistake. Well, the last one's called Revenge of Jaws. Which, I mean, literally jumping the shark. I think that's going to do it for us, guys. Let's go over the poll. The poll is
Still the Meg, my
in
God.
last is 47
The
meters down with 10%. In second to last is the Shallows in third place with
Not
20%,
surprised.
which is too bad. Yes, you watch the Shallows, really like it. Deep Blue Sea at 30%, and reigning at the top, oh my God.
The Meg. My God. That hurts my throat.
I don't mind it. I don't mind
great.
our meetings. I like that the Shallows was kind of low. I want you guys to see it. Deep Blue Sea is a childhood favorite of mine. I remember thinking, holy shit, these sharks are so smart. And now you watch and you kind of laugh at a lot of parts. But the characters are all good. Thomas Jane's awesome. LL Cool J's a cook. They're all interesting, good parts. Definitely check out a lot of these movies we talked about if anything intrigues you about sharks. And we're going to see you guys next week. Anything to tell them? Anything to inspire them?
See you there.
All right, we need
We'll be drunk.
All right. Tell them
Or
about
getting there.
Tell them about your favorite types of sharks while we sign off.
So, personally, I am a fan of all sharks. They all deserve to win. All of them. But I like the bull shark. Fact. Yeah, fact. It is smaller than the great white.
See, this is
But
why you
it-
need me. Don't ever forget it.
It has a more powerful bite. I don't know, your segue was dumb. Tell them about shark facts? I don't know